what's up you guys, this is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we'll be revisiting Mesa. Alright, now for those of you who watched yesterday's video, I was definitely a bit down after using Mag, and here's the thing, I still don't feel like there's anything wrong with Mag, she's just not my cup of tea. However, I did want to revisit something that was my cup of tea, and that would be Mesa. So let's go ahead and jump into our upgrades real quick. Now Mesa's one of the few Warframes, at least for me, that can be used pretty much anywhere and do pretty much anything. Whether she's like soloing a mission, whether she's on an exterminate, whether she's on a defense, I feel like she's useful in a whole lot of places, which, like we were talking about Mag yesterday, I feel so bad dissing on Mag. Because I think she, like, mechanically she's incredible. She's just not my cup of tea. But for me, I kind of liked having Mag on missions that run a little bit longer, such as like mobile defense or how do we say this? Such as mobile defense or like survival, just anything that like gets you to camp for a little bit. But in Mesa, on the other hand, she can literally be put anywhere and do pretty much anything. I really like her for exterminates. I really like her. Let's see if we can get a mobile defense group. Anything? You know what? We can mobile defend it ourselves. That's fine. But that's the cool thing about Mesa, is kind of like she's one of those frames that you don't really have to worry about what mission you bring her onto. She can bring something valuable pretty much all the time. Now, of course, if we're talking about high-level team comps and all of that kind of stuff, she's probably not going to shine as much there. But for general gameplay, even for some extended gameplay, she's still really, really good. It's just those kind of like ones where you're like, oh, I'm gonna push level 500 enemies. That's probably where you might want to, you know, reconsider what you're doing with Mesa and whatnot. But no, I feel like, ooh, I totally missed the turn. This is what I hate about these maps. I always miss it. But no, I definitely feel like Mesa can fit in so many different situations, especially if you're kind of like a pub group person. It's kind of like you can really just do as you like. Where is this asshole? Where are you? I know. Oh, there you are. You're one of them. I hate you. I hate the little gunk guys. But no, it's like she can really take the spot in a lot of different groups. She can dish out a ton of damage. She can be very, very tanky. So if you need a really, really survivable frame, and I will be honest with you, she is the one reason that I do not play Chroma very, very much. Not saying that Chroma is bad. I think Chroma is absolutely fantastic. However, I feel like they serve very similar roles, and I prefer Mesa's way of serving it just a little bit better. Now, of course, Chroma can tank like nobody's freaking business, and the big difference between, you know, Chroma and Mesa is the fact that Chroma like can what is it called? Can deflect basically any type of damage, to be honest with you. But however, Mesa has issues with melee. Now, of course, Mesa does have shooting gallery for that. I always forget the name of it. Shooting gallery for that, which is this little spinning lasso thing. However, for things like Kuva Guardians, or, you know, the occasional time where a rotation doesn't hit quite right and it isn't able to stun those enemies, like you saw that one leaper that couldn't quite get into it. Occasionally, you'll run into issues where, you know, those melee enemies will sneak up on you and get you if you're not paying attention. I literally always have an issue with butchers in the void, especially when you get into high level missions. Just one of them just sneaking up behind me and just smacking me behind the head, and I'm like, it's always you. What are you doing here? I hate you. I hate you. But yeah. So that's kind of like the big difference for me between the two of them. Like, Chroma has that moment where he has to take the damage from both shields and health in order to get the bonuses, and Mesa has, you know, the weakness against melee enemies. So it's kind of like each of them have their trade-offs, but really for me, for Mesa, like, you can easily stave that off with a nice little Peacemaker, or, you know, get fairly lucky. It's not too hard. It's not too hard to get lucky with Mesa. Just end the sentence there. It's not too hard to get lucky with Mesa with her with her shooting gallery. And the thing about shooting gallery that I like too, there's two things. Number one, I don't know if everybody else does this too, but I tend to forget that shooting gallery is also has a power strength buff component, which I really like. Or is it I think it's a damage boosting component, not just a power strength buff component. I think it's a damage boosting component similar to Rhino's Roar, which rotates throughout the group and also now stays on Mesa. So if you haven't played Mesa recently, the shooting gallery, oh my god, I just hate all the buggity bugs. Get out. Just stop. I don't like you. I don't like any of you. But yeah, so wait, I just shot a bunch of you. You jerks. I don't even know why I use Shatter Shield in here right now. I don't really need it, do I? And that's one thing that's one of my habits that I tend to forget. Is like, oh yeah, you probably don't need Shatter Shield on these missions. However, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do it just in case, because that's who I am. Now, aside from the damage boosts that you get from it, you also get what I like to call like the Trinity Link effect, which is almost like mild navigation. You're like, oh, where are the enemies? I don't know. But when you see the lasso kind of like lash out, I'm like, oh, there you are, enemy. Because sometimes, you know, especially in these kind of environments, like if you see like the infested environments, they're just really, they're an eyeful. There's a lot going on in all of these environments, and sometimes enemies blend in really well. Like I've noticed, especially on this map, Kuva blends in super well, which is extremely irritating. See, maybe I should keep Shadow Shield on because it would have deflected that grappling hook, huh? Would have deflected that grappling hook had I remembered that was a thing. But as you can see, on mobile defense, Mesa's playing pretty darn well, right? Pretty darn well. She can hold her own here. She can hold her own in an exterminate. All she's got to do is maybe, depending on the group setup and the ferocity of the group, because you know some groups love to rush ahead. If you just kind of put yourself ahead just a little bit, and then you plant yourself down, and you do a nice little Peacemaker, you know that can be just as irritating to some people as a Cyanoid Simular Mirage. And I think that somebody had even said something about people absolutely hating Mirage on defenses because she can just plant herself down and do things. Nope, not enough punch through. And do things and knock enemies down before they even approach. Oh, I hate those maggots. I hate them so much. And as for Peacemaker, I'm actually a big fan of the new version of the Peacemaker because I don't know if you guys. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. Do you children remember back in the days when this was a thing? But no, that's how I feel with Mesa's Peacemaker. I remember back in the days, a lot of people really loved Peacemaker when all you had to do was click and it would just auto-target everything for you. You wouldn't have to actually do anything with the reticule. You would just literally just stand in the same spot and you would fire and kill everything in one shot. Well, as much as I love, you know, that easy cheese, the cheese whiz of Warframe stuff, the big issue for me with that was because of the fact that you couldn't aim and you couldn't direct. And I'm not saying that you can aim super well now as it is, but trust me, it's far better than before. Is we used to have issues as I was, you know, displaying earlier. Mesa has a bit of an issue with melee units, right? So she's got an issue with melee units, but those melee units could totally rush her, and since the targeting for Peacemaker used to be completely random, I'll be honest, I don't think it had any kind of, I don't think that it had any kind of dealings with how close or how far an enemy was away from you. But legitimately, like, what would end up happening was you would watch a butcher run up to your ass, and you'd be like, nah, Peacemaker will get him, Peacemaker will get him, Peacemaker will get him, and you just keep watching that butcher. You're like, oh, one shot, he's not dead yet. Oh, okay, oh shit, he's whacking me. I'm just gonna hold out a little bit longer. I hope that this, what is it called? Oh, that shooting gallery holds out. Oh, please let it hold out. And that's kind of like how it was you just kind of like hoped and prayed for shooting gallery to kind of keep them at bay and not completely like shoot you in the face, or you would see a bombard and you'd be like, ooh, take that guy out. However, because of the fact that you had no ability to aim Peacemaker, it was like really, it just hurt. But of course, now they also give us the benefit that it ramps up with damage as the reticule goes down, which definitely feels a little skillful. These guys, every single fucking time, every single, they are the evil. They are the evil that like hurts my soul. So I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna do this. We're just gonna stand. Oh, doors, why did you close on me? Okay, there you go. We're gonna do a little bit of that and hope that all works itself out. Let me make sure all of my buffs are on, because legitimately the things that get, ooh, where is it coming from? Where's it coming from? I can't tell. Okay, gotcha. There you go. The thing that gets me all the time is always those goddamn guardians. Every single flippin' time, no matter what. I swear to God. Especially with Mesa, because you get so comfortable with her being able to kind of like CC everything. I'll be honest, it's almost like crutch status. Let's be real. It's kind of crutchy. However, it's a fun crutch. I mean, I have to admit, I have a good time with it. No, yes, got it. Sweet. Yeah, so that's kind of like, ooh, go. Yes. And it always does feel good though, when, as Mesa, you can literally just kind of slide into an area. No, you bitch, you bitch. Oh, I'm just gonna, you know what? Oh no, that's a child. You guys know that's my weakness. Whenever you have to transform, that's like the thing that will kill me every single time. Oh, yes, suck it. It was so close! I nearly fucked that up with all the transformation shit. But it's okay. It's okay. We're fine. we're okay now. And I believe flamethrower guys are also a bitch for her too. I believe those were also eat her alive pretty quickly, because I don't think that she can technically reflect beam weapons. Alright, is that true? Because I know for a fact that she can redirect corpus lasers. So if she can redirect corpus lasers, why can't she redirect? I guess they bounce off of her? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how Shatter Shield works with that ability to be able to reflect lasers but not be able to reflect flamethrowers. I don't know. You guys chime in and let me know what you think about that. But I think the number one thing that I like about Mesa is kind of how I want to say like different she is. Because normally, you know, the cowboy persona kind of works more for the male end of the spectrum, right? We're always talking about cowboys. You don't really hear cowgirls too much, and she's definitely kind of embraced that whole cowgirl theme. And at the same time, let's do this capture. And at the same time, she's also a tank, which isn't necessarily like, I can't right now. Aside from Valkyrie, which is basically invulnerability. She's the other big tank female, you know what I mean? And the thing is, you don't think about cowboys or cowgirls as tanks either, so it's this really cool like juxtaposition of gunslinger. Sorry, I was about to either burp or yawn, or things were gonna come out of my mouth. I'm not sure exactly what it would have been, but yeah, she's this really cool juxtaposition, because if you look at her, she seems very, very fragile. You know, she doesn't seem like a big old crazy tanky person either, and she doesn't seem like an animal, because I think Valkyrie gets away with looking and being tanky because of the fact that she looks kind of feral. Like Mesa is legit like a dainty little cowgirl with little skinny cowgirl arms. I forgot this was a. Oh, you are fast. You are fast. Okay, let's refresh the buffs. Okay. But yeah, she's like this dainty little kind of like cowgirl thing, and you wouldn't really expect her to be able to take hits. Now, melee hits, no, but of course, she is the mistress of ammunition, and she can reflect bullets, but she can also, you know, she can also stun melee and counter. See, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about with the damn Peacemaker. I was getting rushed for a second there, and I was like, shit, can you please kill it? Can you please kill it? Please kill it. And because of the fact that I could aim it, I had a better chance. Now all I gotta do is figure out where the fucking Kuva is, and then we can call it a goddamn day. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how the rest of you guys feel about Mesa. I mean, I don't think that Mesa has too many haters, except for the people that like really, really hate her for the fact that she is very, very good at defenses. Like, I heard some people like complaining about the fact that, oh, you know, she just stands on the pod and, you know, she's able to kind of like click her way to victory, or not even click her way to victory, just kind of like hold down the button to victory. And I admit that's definitely a big old bag of cheese. However, where there, just can you stop? Can oh my god, I'm not gonna have enough energy, am I? Bam! 2 for 1, yes! And then you can jump into Mesa and you can just take him down. Ah, that's a really good feeling. Get this, yes. But I definitely feel like the rework to Peacemaker made it a little less cheese. You know, you have to at least turn around and spin around. I don't necessarily think it was the biggest... I don't think it was necessarily, you know, the biggest cheese-stopping thing, but at least it was a little bit more engaging than just standing there with freaking Mirage eclipsing you so that you could deal an insane amount of damage, you know? I'm kind of like, I should probably market for this guy. Come on. Come on, baby. Yes! Come to Cowgirl Mama. No, and so that's kind of like my thing about her, Mesa, is she's definitely a safe bet when she's definitely a safe bet for a lot of things. She can dish out a lot of damage, especially if you pay attention to how to mod her secondary weapons, you know, and make sure that you're getting all the best out of that to give her a nice punch. Arcanes are actually extremely amazing on her because of the fact that she has options, you know, whether it's like take a hit or whether it's deal hit or whether it's hit headshots, because I do believe that Peacemaker, I don't know if it's a guaranteed headshot, but I'm pretty damn sure it's a high chance for a headshot. So you can trigger things off of that. I believe somebody was using, and that's kind of cool too, is that a Warframe is almost like can almost be like customized in another way. No, you piece of shit. You, I hate you. No, I hate him so much. I told you, it's those stupid Kuva Guardians. I hate you. You big bag of shit. Get out of here. Get out. Oh, so close. And get this last one. Thank you for saving me. No, and we got another one. Ugh, you're dead. You are dead now, you big old turd bag. That's right. And it's also very cathartic. So after something like that happens to you, after you maybe haven't necessarily had the greatest day ever, there is nothing than like getting a good Peacemaker, and I'll tell you that right now. No. That's right, you fuckers. Oh, no, wrong transformation. There you go. There is nothing better than getting a good old Peacemaker in and just seeing all of the yellow numbers just go off and start flying and start critting left, right, and center, and you're just like, oh, this is nice. Where is this fucking Loki going? Where have you been? You had to run halfway across the map to res me. Were you up to anything interesting? Let's just turn that on. Because you done left me. You were somewhere else. Oh, let's go this way. But yeah, no, so all in all, lots of love for Mesa. She's definitely one of my favorite frames. I'm pretty sure she's made my top 5 favorite frames pretty much every year that she was out. Like just the absolute amount of power that you can crank out with her. You can crank out so much damage. Or, I mean, and I didn't even display it here, which maybe I should have at some point, was the fact that you could turn her into a melee tank. I mean, she has a lot of, you know, of course, you know, you may not necessarily want to engage on a lot of melee. No, you could on melee enemies, but because you're lasso. Hey, let's go with lasso. I don't remember what it's actually called. shooting gallery, your shooting gallery takes care of most of them, and whatever you're not taking care of, you're probably meleeing down pretty quickly. So you have that option too. So whether, you know, you want to attack at range, whether you want to attack with melee, whether you want to be on a defense point, or whether you want to go ahead and clear capture areas. There's just so much that you can do with Mesa, and I absolutely love her. As you guys know, I have a very specific build and arcane setup that I use for her that I feel make her very, very powerful, except against Koof Guardians and things that have a flamethrower. But aside from those, I think that she's an absolutely fantastic frame, and dare I say, she is, I want to say, like the closest to perfect out of many frames out there. The only thing that I really have issue with is her one not being all that fun to use. I mean, it's great because I believe that it was probably the first Warframe ability that stored up charges and then let them, you know, explode all over the enemy. Maybe that was even what Equinox's Mend and Maim were like based off of, which I think is really, really cool. But yeah, I think she's well balanced. You know, she has her downsides, she has her upsides, she has a lot of damage potential to put out there. When you invest in her, she invests in you. But yeah, that pretty much brings this one to an end. Let me know what you guys think of Mesa. Let me know. Chroma versus Mesa. I mean, I don't want to turn it into that. I don't want to turn it into like ooh, I hate it, but I like that. I think they both have their merits. But for me, Mesa definitely wins it out. Let me know which one wins it out for you. Let me know any other frames that you feel are pretty much mechanically close to perfect as well, because I think Mesa's definitely up for the running. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I will see you guys next time. And maybe I'll talk about the Snuggie then. Bye!